G'day. When prostate cancer spreads, we say metastasizes, it goes mostly to bones. Xofigo, also called radium-223, is a treatment that treats prostate cancer in the bones. Today I'm going to explain why Australian men have missed out on Xofigo for the past 2 years, and I'm going to ask you to take action today so the decision makers know we care about this. Xofigo is radioactive radium with a short half-life. It is slowly injected into a man's body. It prefers to sit next to prostate cancer in the bones. And as it sits there, its radioactivity destroys the cancer. Xofigo is not given until the cancer is resistant to hormone therapy. That is when drugs like Zolotex, Lupron, Eligard and so on are no longer enough to control the cancer. We say castrate resistant. Xofigo is not given if the cancer has spread to other distant organs. Xofigo is not given until a man experiences symptoms like bone pain. Xofigo is not a magic bullet. Not all men respond. A few men experience strong side effects. But generally, Xofigo extends life and eases pain. There is a committee of experts, the Medical Services Advisory Committee, MSAC, that decides which treatments the government should pay for through Medicare. That committee of experts has decided Xofigo gives enough time at higher quality of life to make it worth spending public funds on if the price is right. More, they agreed a funding arrangement with Bayer, the company that makes Xofigo, so the price is right. So, MSAC found Xofigo is effective. MSAC agreed a price for Xofigo, but Xofigo has not gone on Medicare. So why have men with advanced prostate cancer been denied this drug for 2 years? The reason is price disclosure. Complicated story, so listen up. For treatments that are sold in a pharmacy, an expert committee called the PBAC recommends what goes on the PBS. The PBAC keeps price agreements secret. As a result, the Australian government is able to negotiate lower prices than other countries pay. But Xofigo is radioactive and cannot be sold in a regular pharmacy, so its arrangements come under Medicare, where the MSAC makes the decisions. And MSAC does not keep prices secret. Bayer has agreed prices with MSAC, but Bayer can't agree to go ahead if MSAC will publish the prices, because its customers in other countries would want the same lower price Australia gets. There may be good reasons why some Medicare prices are public, but common sense dictates that the government must make changes to the MSAC rules so that prices for some products, or some types of products, may remain confidential. Otherwise, treatments like Xofigo will cost Australians more than we need to pay. Worse still, companies may choose not to make them available here at all. Either way, we lose. So what we want is for the rules to change so that prices of some kinds of treatment offered under Medicare remain confidential. More simply, Bayer is asking for its commercial agreement to remain confidential. That makes good sense. The solution to this bureaucratic nonsense is in the hands of the Minister for Health, the Honourable Greg Hunt MP. I understand the Minister has some sympathy for our case and has called for advice from his department. What I'm asking you to do is to let Minister Hunt know that this is a vitally important issue. I recommend you email him with your thoughts on the issue. I recommend you call his office and speak to his advisors about it. If your local MP is in the coalition, I recommend you email them and ask them to let Minister Hunt know you care. Perhaps make a call to their office and make your views known. Why not the opposition? Newspapers, TV, Facebook, and so on, I hear you ask. Quite simply, we do not want this to be made a political football, while our advice is that the Minister is actively looking for a solution. That will change, of course, if we see no results. At the very top of jimjimjimjim.com, you can find links to contact details for all members of Parliament, and to an email that Jim sent to his local member. And to this video, there is a link to jimjimjimjim.com in the description below. We have had members die in the past 2 years without access to this treatment. There are men in Australia today who need this treatment. We need the Medicare rules changed so prices for some products can be confidential. So please, act today, act now. Thank you.